Hey, welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. This is Carmen, and today I am offering 3 readings. I'm going to get into 3 energy groups. Maybe you're in 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe none. I'm going to do my best to help you find it. Let's see. I'm using Knight of Swords energy as inspiration today. I want to look at big energy coming toward you, but it could also be energy you're expending, goals you're going for. I'm not sure what's going to come through. Yeah, this is like determined action, like really decided, really going for it. It could be romantic, it could be career, money-based stuff. I don't know. Let's see what's up. So I'm going to show you the Knight of Swords from each of these decks. I'm going to introduce you to them now, and I will insert a close-up as clear as possible still, so you can meditate. Number 1 is using this obsidian and ether tarot. This is the Knight of Swords. I hope that focus pulled. Number 2, this amphibole quartz. And Soul Cat's tarot. This is the Knight of Swords. Number 3, blood citrine cluster. And this is ARCHEON tarot. This is a deck I've had for a very long time and I haven't used in probably at least 10 years. Knight of Swords. No particular reason. I have a lot of decks I rarely use. This one I used a lot way back. And I don't know, I felt compelled to use it today. So here we are. Take a good look, get a good feel. And hopefully we get you there. All right. See you soon. Hello, group 1. You chose this ether tarot and this obsidian. This obsidian, I feel like I've talked about it before, but it's the first piece I bought when I moved to Portland 12 years ago. And I don't know, I just love it. It feels good. Obsidian is good. So I have these you did not know were infused in this group's energy. So they may be speaking about something true for you, and that could be just another layer of confirmation that this could be a reading for you. This is Bat with rebirth, telling me that you have gone through a change, a rebirth, a very sort of dramatic revolution possibly. There may have been a sacrifice, and there's just a feeling of coming out of the darkness, right? And then this is Ant with the word patience and waiting. And this is speaking to me about now energy. This is just sort of being in a waiting room, waiting zone, like waiting for the next thing and feeling very ready, but trying to be patient, taking care of yourself, and keeping anxiety and curiosity at bay as best you can. And then B with the word nexus was to indicate to me sort of what's really eminent for you, or really emerging energy for you. And that's connection and just a liveliness, a buzz of energy. And there's the community aspect, the networking. So you may have gone through something, be in sort of a waiting period, waiting for the next thing. And rest assured, if this is true for you, there is really lively, busy energy coming in. B is beautiful for building, for working together. in whatever way that is, you know, like this is probably across the spectrum for you, like in relationships, friendships, livelihood, and all of that, like just a really good, vigorous energy, like a fresh new you. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Talk to me about big energy, big decided action in the worlds of group 1. Death card. Just said it. Having been through a major change, a major transition, and being in a period of rebirth and regeneration. Big changes for you. I might talk a little as I go and then try to talk as we get a full picture. Big energy for the lives of group 1. King of Pentacles. Maybe focusing on your bag, your home, maybe trying to take care of your affairs, you know, like what your security. I get a sense of you getting intentionally grounded, like really going out of your way, you know, whether that's through meditation or yoga, like getting into grounded energy very intentionally. Page of Swords. Very interested about what's next. A little bit of anticipation here. Trying to stay true and not be influenced by any of the ways that are just easy and comfortable, but rather like, you know, wanting to do what is true to how you're feeling and what you're wanting, and not just giving into offers of just any old offers, you know what I mean? Like you're being more discerning about the energy that comes toward you and whether or not it's worth your time. This feels like a largely romantic, but also in your endeavors, just looking for the trust in those who come toward you, and a feeling of just knowing yes or no, like good energy, bad energy, just kind of you being able to read the difference. 8 of Swords. For this one, I feel that you are certainly attracting much. Your fresh new energy is attracting things you need and want and things you don't. And again, this feels similar to this Page of Swords energy, where you've got to like know the difference. You know, you want to read the difference early on. This is about, to me, this is about seeing red flags and holding out, just avoiding it altogether in any realm. Six of Wands. You're feeling, you're going to be feeling up on your game if you're not already, like feeling really worthy and feeling really valuable, you know, like you're like, my energy is worth sharing it with others who respect it and appreciate it. And I get the feeling, like I said, you're attracting all kinds of energy and knowing the difference. I think for you, there's some real quality folks coming toward you, real quality in whether, again, this is very open, I feel like in all the sectors of your life, like quality people coming in, quality new friend connections or reignited friend connections, quality potential love interests, quality collaborators and opportunities in job and creative endeavors types of stuff. It's coming in. Nine of Wands. More of this strength and discernment energy, you know, more of this feeling of you've been through enough crap and now you're prioritizing yourself and you want to move forward, and you're feeling inspired and energized to see what's next, to take it on, but at the same time not willing to. I just got that whole nobody got time for that. That's really how I feel you feel right now. Like you're just like, do not waste my time. Honestly, this whole everything is saying that you're just in a really big energy of like, I'm not letting anyone waste my time. I'm too valuable. And if you don't feel you're in that right now, then I would say it's emerging energy for you, because this is what is coming toward you, kind of moves. And the Fool. I feel like there are a lot of new beginnings coming for you, a lot of new possibilities for, you know, just, and I also get the feeling there may be some hesitation with knowing which way to go. Generally, the Fool is pretty excited to just take the leap, but with you here, I do get a sense of you know, just sort of like treading lightly and checking out the terrain before you like decide. You know, if you're standing at any kind of crossroads at any point, whether it's people, places to go, people to date, people to let in your life, people to collaborate with work type stuff, whatever that type of crossroads energy you may find yourself, because I feel like you've got multiple options, and I realize Eight of Swords isn't typically about that, but I do feel that you will have options in many sectors of your life. And so there's this sort of, while there's a buzzy, excited energy to get into all the good, there's a patience and a holding out, like I said, for the best possible. Justice. I'm gonna go here. talking to me about timing. This is talking to me, I know it's not traditionally necessarily about timing. This is about knowing what's right when it's right. Like accepting that things, it's kind of like that energy of not being mad at it, you know? It's just kind of like, if it's not meant for me, fine. Like you're not even interested in expending energy on things that aren't meant for you. Like it's easy for us to get you know, thrown off, upset, or want to speak our piece in situations, but you just really feel like you're in this like balanced place of like, I'm good. I'm gonna be good. I know I'm gonna be good, and I really just don't have any necessity to tell you why you know this isn't really right for me. Like I don't know, maybe you will have you know, some situations where you're explaining things to people, but you'll know the difference. Like you'll know what's right. Like you'll know who deserves your explanation and who just, let's just let it go. You know, that's the kind of vibe I get right here. King of Cups. Speaking of big energy coming toward you, I do think that this level of readiness and certainty within you, this fresh energy, like I said, will be attracting many sorts. There will be some very quality people, and you may be on the lookout for people who have genuine feelings for you. And I do get the sense with this one that you could be on the lookout for romantically, maybe someone who is finally kind of emotionally evolved. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like you've been dealing with people who are less emotionally available or mature, and the King of Cups doesn't always speak of availability, that's for sure, because sometimes they withhold the telling of the emotions. Like they're not necessarily super expressive, but they have them. But with you here, I do get the feeling this is just really more speaking about you attracting someone who is more on your level of someone who can be more considerate, and someone who can be more intentionally expressive and really kind of get to the point. Someone more direct, who's not interested in games. Seven of Swords. Yeah, for some reason there's definitely, like I said, right here with this Eight of Swords, and me feeling like you're attracting all types, and some of them are, and your discernment of people not being kind of worth your time. I really sense, and you know, obsidian is protection. It is to send the negative energy back out. That is very appropriate for where you are, for everything that I'm seeing here. Seven of Swords energy, speaking about sneaky people, sneaky energy, liars. Yeah, I think you're done with that, but they're not done with you. They might try. I feel like you may have sharpened your instincts when it comes to gullibility and trust, you know, like, or also just leniency, like willingness to forgive people a willingness to let things slide. I feel like you are less interested in that now. It's kind of like you're, you know, maybe before it was like, oh, you know, you would give people second chances, third chances or whatever. And maybe you ended up feeling like you didn't trust your initial instincts and you didn't trust your gut. And I think that for you now, you have sharpened your gut. I don't know how to say that. Like you've sharpened your intuition and your ability to know bullshit when you see it is really much more a stronger ability right now, and it's necessary is the key, because I'm asking about energy coming in specifically, and I feel like you're still gonna have, does it ever end? I guess you're still gonna have like people come in trying to take from you, you know, trying to take specifically, trying to take you to make themselves feel better, whether that's taking your ideas, taking your body, taking your time, taking your care, whatever it is. It's about them wanting it for themselves and being kind of like greedy and selfish, and they just want to take it and not necessarily give back to you. And they seem, there's gonna be, I think, just so many people with, it's not that they have ill intentions, they just don't seem to have, they're just not honorable. But I feel you're able to see that. Eight of Wands. You know when you know. You're gonna know when you know. And again, everything is saying, when you get that feeling and you know, it's gonna be like that for you, and you're gonna be able to move with Knight of Swords energy, with like with clarity and conviction and determination and confidence in your decision. I see that there won't be really any holding you back once you know what you're going for. And that, again, this whole reading so far for you, a lot of times there's a real strong pull into, you know, one sector of life. This really feels like across your whole realm, like your whole deal, like what you do for a living or for your pastime or for your passion and relationship wise. Like there's a big feeling that it's all around for you, like whole, you know, new everything coming in, and all of the decisions for you to make coming up. You know, when you're questioning, I get the feeling that when you're not sure, don't do anything, because when you know, you've honed your instincts, and when this is just a reminder that you will know, like you'll get that feeling, you'll know. So when you're in a situation like we're talking about this Fool card and like being more hesitation is essentially like something inside of you telling you like, hold on, you know. And you may be in that energy now, like we talked about, and patience, and like just this sort of like waiting for the best, right? And this is just making me feel that when you see the best, when you meet the best, when you know it, when it comes across your desk or whatever it is, there won't be as much hesitation on your part. You'll have probably a busy bee energy, you know. Eight of Wands is fast and rushed, you know, and this bees are certainly what's the word? Like, I want to say frenetic energy, but I don't even know if I'm using the right word. Anyway, that bugs me as a writer, that I'm suddenly like, what does frenetic mean? Okay, let's move on. One energy coming up. Ace of Cups. Lots of good feeling. Lots of I just got the feeling that you're just going to feel special. You know what I mean? I think someone's going to make you feel special romantically, whether it's someone you know, new, will meet. I do feel somebody is going to make you feel special. You know, I could keep talking, but it's really simple. Look at that trying to pop. Did you see how that card? I don't know. I think it was off camera. This card like popped out. I don't want to keep it, but it is the moon. I mean, I don't have anything against it. Anyway, the moon just, you know, yeah, your intuition, whatever you went through in your rebirth process. Look at what else just fell out. Two of Cups. I'm not letting things fall like that. But I am acknowledging that I just saw the moon and the Two of Cups. So I think you're going to actually have some choices. Choices in every area of your life. But anyway, back to this. You're going to be made to feel special. I think acknowledged for your work, like complimented for something that you do, and also like appreciated by someone romantically. It came back. Two of Cups, big energy coming for you is Two of Cups energy. I can't pretend like I don't feel that you have a bit of a wish coming true when it comes to finding a soul connection. If you are already in that, I would say it's becoming like stronger. But if you're waiting for that, because you do feel like this feels like someone who's in a fresh single energy, but you don't have to be. That's exciting. I mean, who am I to argue? That Two of Cups just came out twice. It tried to come out and then it came out. It says a lot to me about some pretty cool bonding coming in for you. Like bonding. You could have some new friend bonds coming in too that are going to be just really, I get the feeling of like lighten your load, like people you can talk to, just enjoy at the time of recording, it's October now, we're about to hit the holiday run. There's always a lot of like parties and togetherness feeling. So I do get a feeling, and with the community, I do get a feeling that your connectedness to others around you, like-minded folks, people to just like have a better quality of life with, like just share things with, is coming. But also, yeah, romance. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna stop with, because I didn't want to go on and on and on. But yeah, for you, group 1, obsidian people, looks good. Looks like you've just really reached a place of coming out of whatever you went through, like strong and alive and really getting grounded, like I said. And if this is grounding, it's protective and grounding, obsidian. So I do get the feeling that if you are not, if you have not in fact intentionally been getting grounded, look into it. Like I said, yoga and meditation. There are other things. I don't know what everybody does. Those have been things that I've talked about before. I'm not very good at meditating because my mind is insane and busy, but I do feel the need to find ways to get grounded, and I'm not really into groups, so like going to yoga classes is never really super comfortable for me. So I have to get creative to figure out ways to get grounded. So whatever it is that works for you, there are no rules or prescriptions for how to get grounded. So I could go down a list of things I've read and seen and tried, but you know, you'll figure it out. But it seems like important, and it seems like you're already on it. And there's just so much to me here, like I said, about like your sharpened intuition and your unwillingness to I just heard you're unfuckwithable. Unfuckwithable. I've heard that word before. And I think it's a thing because I've heard it more than once. I think that's you now. And yeah, emotionally mature options ahead, at least one, and person making you feel special. That's the key word here. That's what I got from that. And then also a very significant bond. Okay, awesome. See you next time. Hello, group 2. All right, you chose this amphibole quartz soul cats tarot, and what you did not know before is that I had already pulled 3 cards to talk to me about energy you've been in, are in, and are getting into, emerging energy for you. It's a little bit crazy because it's very similar up here, totally different animals, but very similar transition as group 1. I'm very curious what's going to come out in the cards. Number 1 is what you've been going through or have recently gone through. Is cleansing with frog energy. Is very much cleansing. For me, you know, I work with animals or whatever, so I mean spiritually, I used to do this thing I discovered 30 years ago. I just realized that when I was really stressed out, overloaded, something I like to do was just sit down in the shower and just pretend I was a frog, just letting the rain wash me, you know? And it's interesting because I intuitively have always done things like that, but that is exactly what that's my description that I'm bringing to you so that you, I think, understand what it is the frog really means here. It's washing away toxicity and negativity and just feeling cleansed and really just making an effort to feel better, taking care of yourself, right? That's where you may have been recently. If this is all resonant, then there's another layer of confirmation for you that this could be a reading for you. Current energy for you is Heron. They wrote self-examination on the card, consideration, and you know, again, this is another animal I've talked about, one of the animals tattooed on me. The heron is about patience. The heron is the marsh bird who can stand for hours in the water, whatever water, and wait for a fishing opportunity, you know, and they'll stand there still, just zen as anything, right? So I get for you currently, you know, just being in a still period, at least somewhere inside you, maybe in your heart, maybe more in your brain, maybe just your body is just in a more still period of reflection and really thinking about who you are and what you're here for. And then emerging energy for you, toad, different from frog, And they've written mystical perception, awareness, comprehension, insight, inner truth. So this is emerging for you. This is pretty fantastic. Awareness, insight, mystical perception. Need I say more? Coming in for you. The mystical toad, right? Wise and knowing and watching and seeing and just sort of there's a vibe with the toad that is just confident in its knowingness. So for you, you may be coming from this heron period of stillness and waiting into this like, yeah. That's my toad impression. Don't laugh at me. All right, let's get into this reading for you. Big energy coming for 2. King of Wands. Woo! Yes. Sorry. Am I excited enough? Hey, King of Wands is knowing, getting what you want. This could be someone coming toward you, specifically because a lot of the royals are read that way, but I'd like to see more before I say. But it's certainly an energy that I feel you are both in and coming toward you from elsewhere, from the outside. I think that you yourself are coming into an ownership energy of what you do with your time and your heart and where you invest, but also energy coming toward you is very attractive. You're sending it out and it's coming in. If that makes sense. Ooh, the devil. So when I pulled this card, I was really focusing on this King of Wands and kind of wondering about outside energy coming in. So I get the feeling a lot of people associate the devil with in tarot with negative things, and I don't always. It's an archetype and people have their things, but they're influenced. I think a lot of people's perspective on the devil is coming from a place of reverence for Christianity, which I do not have. So I don't have the same feelings. For me, the devil is primal and yes, lusty and obsessive, and for me, it has to do with like an undying love, honestly, like that's what I'm getting for you. And it's an attachment that can feel consuming, and I know that certainly can be unhealthy. And a lot of people would immediately say that a devil attachment is unhealthy, but I am not one of those people, and I'm feeling like this is just about energy, beside each other here. It just feels kind of magical. Wands being fire, devil, Capricorn, earth. I feel when I put fire and earth together, that is my combination personally for magic. I know everybody has their own ideas, but in elemental work, I'm an earth and fire person. That's why you see candles and crystals in my shit. So for me, I believe you have a very intense attraction right now. Very intense, very, soul level craving type stuff coming in. And I think it feels reciprocal. It feels like something you manifested, and something that it feels like if this is a person coming in, that they recognize your power. Like they're like, you, what'd you do? Conjure me? Like they may feel spellbound, you know? And judgment. That's decision energy here. Speaking about some decisions to be made. And we are talking about, when I said Knight of Swords energy, I am talking about decided action, you know? So it seems like something will be on the table for you to make a decision about. Can we have more about that? King of Cups. Look at you with your kings. All right. Got big magic energy and big love energy. I think it's possible you may have to decide to disappoint someone along the way. But the important thing is you're being true to yourself. And so whatever your decision is about, and you know, while the previous reading felt more multi-sectional, there's a lot here so far that feels romantic. Like there's a lot of connection stuff here. And so far that's what I feel this is about. Like this is about, and it doesn't have to be just one decision. This could be multiple decisions. This could be you just really holding out your emotions and your heart, like waiting to give your heart where you know it should go. And that could be, you know, beside this energy, you could be very tempted by something and then have to make a decision that, you know, attraction and chemistry doesn't necessarily equate to success in a reciprocal, respectful relationship. So I don't know. Wow. Queen of Cups right beside your King of Cups. You know, that's counterpart energy right beside each other. And we're just talking about like holding out for what is true to your heart. And you know, I'm not saying it isn't this, but there's a decision to be made about what is true, truly in your best interest, and waiting and saving your heart for the, you know, for the place where it will be most handled with the most care and there's a feeling of I can't describe it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to describe a feeling. This is why I'm a visual artist, I guess. Well, I am a writer, but I'm not writing. It's hard to talk. Sorry, too much information. There is a feeling of it's like it's a little bit yearning and longing, and there's a little bit of a feeling here of the connection that you are really considering choosing. Just maybe a little bit of fear involved. It may be scary is what I'm feeling. Like it may be, you may be just feeling generally like unsure, generally untrusting of other people's intentions. You want somebody to prove it. Here's your Knight of Swords, and I think someone is going to try to prove that to you. I don't know if it's this person. It could be. I don't know if King of Cups and King of Wands are just describing like energy around you, energy in, you know, available to you. I know it's really weird and abstract to talk about, or if we're talking about specific people. I think it could go either way depending on you. There could be, you could have a decision between like a very lustful, strong attraction, or you know, something that seems sweeter, but possibly like somebody's not as open or trusting. But at any rate, you did get your Knight of Swords, which is the energy of the reading, and for sure coming toward you is someone knowing what they want. And your reading is absolutely coming across as connection, love connection stuff. Sorry if you didn't want that. A lot of royalty, all royals and two majors. Certainly you are in a big transition zone. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords energy. Page of Swords. Dragonfly. Dragonfly is a messenger from ancestors, in my experience. Yeah, I get the sense here that you have spiritual guidance happening in this department, and that the decisions that you need to make, if you're able to just tune in to your higher self, I think the answers will be in there for you. You'll receive synchronicities and signs around what to go for and what to let be, I believe. Anything that comes toward you and acts as a that comes across as very determined to win you, save you, have you, whatever. Any of that comes toward you, and I feel like it's at least two different energies of people energies coming. You'll know you have to pull back enough to hear the messages, but at the same time, I get the sense that you may have a little bit of a concern around whether or not anyone will wait for you if you take your time deciding. But that's where I'm here to remind you that anything for you will most certainly be for you and be there for you and wait for you. And if it doesn't, it wasn't. Okay? I'm going to go back this way, I think. Six of Swords. Yeah, your vibe is super duper into doing better, having better, being more optimistic and positive in your outlook, trying to make better things happen, bring better luck in, find better, everything than perhaps before. Really just like this desire to live in peace and have some peace and just I get a feeling for you that you feel somewhat ready to settle down. I could be wrong, and that may not be everyone, but there's a feeling here of someone being ready to settle down. And I don't mean settle, because that's the difference here. You're not trying to settle. You want what's right, and you want to make the right decision. You know that you have options. Ultimately, we all do. Always. Nothing that comes is the last and only option you're ever going to have. And interesting to me, you got a boat on your Queen of Cups and your Six of Swords, and it's just, these really feel like your energy, and I feel this you really want to trust. There's a real desire in you to find maybe someone that you can rely on and trust and not question. There's a song called No Room for Doubt. And if I try to tell you her name, my lack of caffeine is going to mess it up. But it says, leave me no room for doubt. It's a beautiful song. I think that is apt for what I'm getting for you. Like, you don't want someone that makes you question whether they're in it or not. You need someone with this Knight of Swords energy who's genuine and invested. Someone who can make sure and with this King of Cups and King of Wands, sometimes that energy will be very convincing, yet you may not be sure you can trust it because it's so slick. You know what I mean? It's so like suave. And then there's the King of Cups energy where they seem to just be withholding a lot of their emotions, and you just don't really know how they're feeling. And I think that, even if this was two specific people that you have coming in, these energies, it doesn't mean you have to choose one of them ultimately, right? You go for what you know and what you feel is matching your energy of certainty, of trust. 10 of Wands. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you're ready to kind of settle down. It feels like you're ready for a real relationship. And again, if you're already in one, I don't know. I just think maybe this isn't you unless it's not a happy relationship. I will say, like, if you're in a relationship and it matches any of this, like perhaps you may be considering leaving. I'm not sure, but it feels like what you want at the end of the day is something that is committed, something that is substantial. And well, I will also add to this that I get a feeling it is coming this season, because yes, I'm taking a lot of these images very literally, but again, I've said this before as well. We choose decks for a reason, and I have a lot of different decks, as many of us do, and there's a lot of different art, and they lend to the interpretation of the card. Sometimes you see something different every single time that you never noticed before. It's a feeling thing, but I can't help but notice that your Knight of Swords, which is the determined energy, you know, that you have and that you want to see in someone else. And this 10 of Wands, which is confirming what I felt here, the feeling of wanting to commit and be in a stable relationship, something substantial, something grown up is a feeling that I get. But these two of all the cards out so far are autumn. You know, they have leaves falling all around. And at the time of recording, we have just entered fall, autumn here in the US. And so to me, this feels like within the season, your kind of hopes should be becoming solid, right? 8 of Pentacles. Feels like something that okay, it feels like something that grows and develops you and them. And it's not, you know, 8 of Pentacles is often, you know, Pentacles can often be about like, you know, home, health, family, money, job type stuff. But here in the context of this relationship reading, it feels like what you want to settle with and settle down with, not settle, you know, never settle, but what you want to like hunker down with, shall we say, hole up with, is somebody where you're learning from each other and growing. It seems important that you're both expanding your awareness, your abilities, your I just get the feeling of you guys doing stuff together that is not only fun, but helping you each in some way, like to grow, right? And I don't mean just these funny, you know, everybody talks about soul contracts and lessons and yes, absolutely. But it's not even just that the relationship itself is giving you lessons, both of you. This is like the stuff that you do together is helping you grow. Maybe you're sharing skills or information with this person and they're sharing skills or information with you, and you're both becoming bigger, better, more well-rounded people. And that's probably really attractive to both of you and really like affirming, you know, that it's good. You have common interests, and yet you have these things that are different that you can learn from each other, I think. 5 of Wands. I hate to say it, but I feel like you're just still feeling I think you're feeling some issues of just be aware of love bombing and people pleasing energy, you know, for yourself. Like you may feel that you have to win this person over, and it may just be like how you're built and how you've been formed through childhood, through relationships in the past, where you feel like you have to go out of your way to impress somebody and continually give to them to keep them loving you. But I don't think that is what you ultimately need or really truly want. What you need to do is address that, probably, if that feels at all like something that you do. Like if you're You may be kind and generous, Queen of Cups energy, like very giving and sharing and loving and all that. You may be that type of person. So when you meet someone, you may have this, you may be like, but that's how I am. I give, I'm a giver, you know, but just watch out for this need to this feeling of needing to impress someone or kind of like give them things so that they feel your love. And it's funny, this is soul cats, because it just made me think about how cats are, you know, like if you have a cat as a pet who loves you, some of them, not all of them, but some of them will bring you, you know, mice, birds, whatever. I have one who she was bringing things constantly, and finally it's really upsetting for me to deal with that. So like I think she understood me. Finally I just had a complete breakdown, like sobbing, crying, cleaning up a bird, and I was like, look, you know, you're a badass, you're a really good hunter, but please stop bringing me this stuff. Like it's killing me. Like I can't, I don't want this stuff. I was just bawling and like pleading with her to stop, and she's actually stopped. She hasn't brought me anything in a long time, but she's brought a lot of things. Rats, even a squirrel once. But yeah, the birds are always rough. Anyway, the point being, you don't need to overgive. You don't need to go out of your way to prove. And this comes down to probably, I hate to be this person, but like, it could come down to like, deep inner child issues, quite frankly, that, you know, that you would be, or even just past relationships, but possibly like this part of you that feels like you have to like buy someone's love or do all these things for them so that they need you, you know. And there's a fine line between being a giving person who just wants to make people happy by giving them, you know, I confront this line with my kids, you know, like my son wants a car every time we go to the store, and they're $1, so I kind of want to get him one. But like, you know, it makes me so happy to make him happy, but I'm not sure it's really necessary. He's got way too many. He wouldn't notice if I took half away, you know? So I don't know. I just feel like you should be aware and careful about your love bombing, people pleasing, going out of your way to impress or secure someone's affection. You should not need to do that with the right one. 9 of Cups. How sweet. Yeah, you don't need to do it, because what you want, what you wish for is coming in. And this is really a sweet one. This one, I have like chills, because it's just, you do have the energy of something very fulfilling and sweet coming toward you. Something that you've kind of imagined, and like, you don't know if it's even possible. I think it is. And it's interesting, because we're back here with this King of Wands and Devil energy, and did I say it, that I felt like this person may wonder if you conjured them? Yeah. This is tricky. This decision energy, this judgment, I can't help but feel like you definitely have options, you know. Seems like there are multiple or you know, more than one person who wants to pursue you. But you want something real, You want something where you both are growing and expanding. Watch out for not only yourself being a people pleaser. This could be other energy. This could be someone else who may be trying to impress you. Someone who may come with some jealousy around some of these other people who are interested in you. They may feel like they're in competition with them. But at the end of the day, you got a wish coming. 9 of Cups. And tell me more. Number 2, big energy coming in. Page of Cups beside your 9. Yeah, something, like I said, it was very sweet. There's something very sweet. Look at this page with little wings. Oh, the pages have wings, I guess. Oh, this Judgment has wings. Oh. Yeah. Something sweet. That's all I get. Like, it's just like innocent and pure and sweet. And I think that's what you need. I feel your energy is somewhat gentle. You know, you have a frog, a heron, and a toad. I mean, frogs feel pretty fragile to me. Toads as well. Like their skin feels kind of thin. Their skin is like, can't they like breathe through their skin in some way? I don't know. They just feel somewhat fragile. Somewhat, if you've held frogs and toads, they're, right? I'm not saying you're fragile and wiggly, but I mean, there's a fragile, sensitive, gentle energy of frogs and toads, and the heron too, like this delicate, I think kind of even sensual energy, you know? So anyway, that's what I get for you, and I hope you get something too, and I hope something sweet does come for you. Yeah, sounds good. See you next time. Hi, group 3. You chose the blood citrine in the ARCHEON tarot, and I didn't tell you that I had pre-drawn some oracles with some animal messages for me, and these are speaking to energy you've recently been in, energy you're currently in, and emerging energy for you. This could be in any sector of life, but your first animal is rabbit. And they've written fear here. Rabbit can mean many things. In this particular deck, they're talking about the you know, rabbits being prey animals and being a little skittish and being a little like on guard, right? But here also says face fear. So you may have, and anxiety is down here. You may have been through something kind of intense that kind of put you through it, you know? There's a bit of a 9 of Swords energy on this. Like you may have just come through or be coming out of just now just a really exhausting upset, okay? And then butterfly is for current. And this is, of course, transformation, you know? This is spreading your wings and becoming, you know, more of who you're meant to be, and finding more of your ultimate purpose. And for your emerging energy, I couldn't be happier for you. You have horse for power, and there's just an unbridled, raw, free energy with the horse. And while a horse is also a prey animal and has to be somewhat on guard, they're strong, graceful, um, um, like four, what's the, I don't know, four to, strong, it's strong and graceful and beautiful energy coming in for you. What is the word? Something about fortitude, but I think I was trying to use it weird. Anyway, I already shuffled these and cleared them, but let me just sort of get in here and just get this reading started. Yeah, so if that feels like it could be you, you know, that you were in a state, now you're coming out, and you, good news is you have beautiful, elegant grace and power coming. It's wild to me how this is all three readings have had a similar transition happening from something to something, and it's interesting because they're different but similar, and they could have, this is a fat deck with a lot of cards, and also they were in this order, so it is what it is. I think a lot of people are going through similar things right now. For group 3, talk to me about big energy coming in. 4 of Cups. I think you're letting something go. 7 of Pentacles. I think you're giving up on it, on something you didn't see as a worthwhile investment. You know, you're letting something go that just wasn't going anywhere. 5 of Swords. I just get the feeling that you're not interested in fighting. You know, I got the feeling like it's like pulling teeth. Like it shouldn't be that hard. You may have had a feeling of like, this shouldn't be this hard. The Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing and destiny at play ahead for you. You may have gotten fed up. You're right on time for that. It's time. The Lovers. Yeah, there's something bigger and better and greater for you. While this could apply to a non-relationship situation, it could. Letting something go that wasn't working could be like an endeavor, you know, to make money or a job or a career path, and that just wasn't working, didn't feel good for sure. And this could be, you know, something more destined to come in for you. But with the appearance of the Lovers, I mean, that could be true, depends on your situation. But the Lovers showing up right here beside the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny, I do, you know, feel that for people, some people watching this who will find this, that this is a romantic thing. This is a love connection thing. This is giving up on something that wasn't growing, like letting go of something that was just causing too much drama and turmoil and making you question yourself. Do I? 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're feeling very protective of your own energy. You're feeling very capable of taking care of yourself. And you know you'll be fine. And if you don't, you will. Knight of Swords showed up, coming in for you. Very decided, determined energy, some sort of move that you're making or someone's making toward you that will be, you know, just come with conviction and with certainty and good communication. Get more about this. Tell me more about Knight of Swords for 3. Knight of 3. 4 of Swords. I feel like after a period of thinking about something. So I'm wondering if this is you or someone else. A period of rest, a period of, you know, contemplation. Somebody, you or someone else having taken a beat, stepped out, you know, just really gone within to assess what it is you want. Feels like you. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and then coming in for you is steady, stable, consistent movement, you know. Anybody coming in for you, possibly someone who's been waiting for you to possibly leave this. Possibly someone who's been waiting for you to heal. Someone who's patient and consistent and reliable and is determined, you know, to see what you could have. They may have a greater sense of this lover's energy with you. And they may recognize that you've been through something and need to kind of like stabilize and get your power back, get into this horsepower, right? That you're going through something. And I feel like it's someone who maybe, as much as they would have been there for you if you wanted or needed, possibly, I feel like they've been more inclined to just let you do what you need to do and not be an influence and let timing line up. Let you be ready when you're ready rather than try to insert themselves into your recovery and healing. I think they feel like you need to do this on your own. Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity coming for you. Coming in for you. Knowingness, like a bolt of lightning. Knowing, seeing, and just this feeling. I get this feeling of everything that's happened, whatever it is you're healing from, whatever it is like more recently that may have been causing conflict in your life, just a sudden realization that you're over it and it's done and you're fine and you're good. Just a sudden knowing of how powerful you are. Just a nice, clear vision for you of knowing what you think and feel about a situation. Ace of Pentacles. A new start. A new relationship, and that will grow and has what it takes to become something mighty. You have clarity about that. You have an Ace of Swords beside an Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be able to see this Knight of Pentacles as you emerge from your from your period of healing and recovery where you were getting your power back, and this person has been sort of like patiently, either really or just energetically, just waiting to find you or get closer to you. 5 of Cups. I do get the feeling with this 5 of Cups that it's someone you've known all along that you didn't see, you know. Like the 5 of Cups is always talking about like this, you know, being focused on the spilled cup, you know. Don't cry over spilled milk or whatever. Like you may have had to focus on what you're letting go up here. 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. You may have had to really just expend a lot of energy and like healing from what you had to let go. But you have these other cups standing, waiting for you. And like I said, it could be really waiting, like physically in the real world, like somebody that you've known all along who's been just giving you time and space to do what you need to do until you realize they're the one. Or it could be energetically. It'd be someone, possibly someone you haven't met, who has just spirit, you know, if you will, Wheel of Fortune, lining up the timing so that when the time is right, after you've let go and after you have come into this power and healing, that these other remaining cups, this Knight of Pentacles who is there for you will be able to arrive. There's certainly a timing element here with this, because if the Ace of Pentacles is the start and the 5 of Cups is the release of something else, there's a timing element at play for sure. Wheel of Fortune said so as well. The Knight of Pentacles, I spoke about the patience involved, the steadiness, like this person isn't in a rush, even if whether you haven't even met yet. Like this is someone who's just sort of like in the queue to come into vision for you, into your line of sight. One more card about this big energy coming in for 3. Strength. Yes. Power. How exciting for you. So basically your entire reading is just talking about, you know, you going through a transformation, letting go of something that wasn't like going anywhere, that was causing you conflict and possibly real life drama. Going through this transformation, divine timing at play here, an actual like love energy, something worth waiting for, something destined to occur. You needing to, you know, get into your most powerful space, like reclaim yourself, let go of it, let go of this so that this timing can happen. And this decided Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacle energy coming in and steady for you, the clarity, the strength, Ace of Swords and strength. It's looking so beautiful, and things are looking very bright and optimistic for you. That was really short compared to the others. How did I fly through that so fast? You know why? Because there's no mystery here. I wasn't having a hard time deciding how to describe what I was feeling as much with this one, I think. It just feels very clear to me. Yeah, I don't know if anyone even compares the length of time of the videos, but I didn't feel like I was rushing, and I hope you didn't feel like I was rushing, but it's significantly shorter than the others. I think I just rambled a lot more in those, trying to figure out how to describe things, which is something that happens with me. And I think for you, there's just so much clarity. This Ace of Swords, you know, there's so much that doesn't really need to be over explained. I feel like this was true for someone here. So hopefully, yes, because it's very exciting. Letting go of something that isn't serving you and bringing in something that is destiny, lovers, strength, like some of the best major energy, you know, for a reading like this. You know, major arcana energy for something, for what is coming in for you. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, lovers, and strength. Big time. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really stoked for your reading. By the way, blood citrine is a powerful manifester. So, you know, you're certainly able to create the life you want. And I think you know that, and you know what you have to do, and you know what you have to let go in order to receive. It's a more than fair trade, it's just growth. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. See you next time.